What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Yeah, 3 videos a day. I did not expect to do this, but we're doing this. But it's Ultron versus Thanos. Yes, I've changed the heroes versus heroes to villains versus villains. Well, it's both, to be honest. Well, time to start off and saying what would happen. This is no regular Ultron, and this is all Thanos with no Infinity Stone. This is not a battle with Ultron versus Thanos with no Infinity Stone. This is Thanos with every single stone and Infinity Ultron. If you don't know what Infinity Ultron is, go to What If, which I think you watched. 100% you should have watched it. It's in Disney Plus Hotstar. It's called What If Marvel. Well, just write What If to come, and we can see all, and the main villain of the film is zombie Thanos. Well, it's not zombie Thanos, psych, it is actually Infinity Ultron or Ultron Vision. Basically, Ultron, if he succeeded, then he got all the stone. So who would win in the battle? Well, first of all, how are these two gonna fight? These two tied and can't just fight like hand to hand combat one thing. If they're fought together, then it's gonna be regular Ultron versus Thanos with all stones, or Ultron with all stones versus Thanos, or with both of them with no stones. Well, let's just assume that Infinity Ultron is from another universe, because we never seen Thanos come from one universe to another universe. Like, we have never seen Thanos travel the multiverse in the movies, but we have seen Ultron do it many times. We have also seen Ultron punches be able to destroy all, change the planets, and we also got a Star Wars cameo. But let's do this. So Thanos and his army are in the middle of the thing. In this what if, this is a what if itself. You know that Thanos has defeated all the Avengers and snapped the half, and instead of snapping half of the existence, he knows what will happen. He snaps half of the existence, and unlike the first time in Avengers Infinity War, it snaps everyone that did not yet snap in Avengers Infinity War. And now in Avengers Endgame, the other warriors are standing still as the Thanos is winning. Suddenly, a punching hand comes from the middle of nowhere. It's a crack in the middle of basically air. It's like someone punched air and reached to this universe. And suddenly, the whole air breaks and a portal arrives. It's Infinity Ultron. As Ultron starts providing his power with all his Infinity Stones, all the warriors of that's still alive is dead. Then an Ultron sees Thanos' army, and Thanos uses the rest of the stone to heal him and to build the battleship again, the mothership. Thanos, Thanos sees him as a weakling with no army, but but Infinity Ultron sees that he's technically outnumbered, as using his reality stone, and makes many Ultron bots. As Ultron bots are basic paper to Avengers, Thanos' army just punches them and they get destroyed. But after Ultron Vision gets angry, or Infinity Ultron, we're just gonna call him Infinity Ultron, he starts using his lava power everywhere. But he only kills some of them because he is outnumbered. But all of his robots only deal like zero damage to the minions, as they just easily smash him. But then Ultron does a smart move by making the reality stones and the power stone together, which makes new Ultron bots that are way stronger, because they're not only made by reality stone, they're powered up by the power stone. But Thanos sees this as a good opportunity to upgrade his team. So as Thanos' team starts losing, he uses his power stone to increase the power of his minions. But Ultron flies fast enough to punch Thanos, and Thanos gets flew off to the battlefield. Thanos uses his time stone to pass time, but Ultron uses his time stone and pushes Thanos. As the battlefield starts to erupt with both of their thing, Ultron turns gigantic. Gigantamax, like he did with the Battle of Doctor Strange. And as he knows it, Thanos and Ultron have no chance to fight. That's what Thanos is saying. Thanos, as he explains, is that there's no need for their two to fight. They both have strong army and they both have Infinity Stones. They can conquer every single multiverse together. But Infinity Ultron uses his aliens to catch Thanos, which makes Thanos little bit disturbed. And then basically the technology starts erupting him, and basically starts corrupting him. But while he's getting corrupted, then he commands the Thanos Infinity Stone, like it is his and his stones, to see what will happen when two stones are fighting together. So it says here, if two stones then merge together, which will probably never happen unless someone from another universe comes here and takes the stone and merges with their stones, it will make the Ultra Stone. The Ultra Infinity Stones are so powerful that even 10 people with Infinity Stones cannot handle it. One person, back in the way back ages, as when you're seeing it right now, is 5,000 years old. But we make sure it doesn't happen because it's 5,100 years old. Yeah, 500,000 years old. Oh, it's 5 million. We couldn't calculate it properly because the time back and then couldn't really be proper. As Thanos starts getting corrupted, he gets a red eye and a glowing in gold stone like you see in the picture, and he destroys all of them. And as Thanos also hears this, using his voice power, he hits Ultron, Infinity Ultron with all of his powers, and Infinity Ultron falls down. But Infinity Ultron uses his machine that we see is some kind of sight or something to send some galaxy blast at Thanos. Thanos is very injured. Thanos tries to reflect it with using his stones. But to be honest, it kinda hurts Ultron. But Ultron with his six arm and uses all of his power and uses his Mind Stone to cut Thanos' arm. But he was trying to cut the arm with the Infinity Stones, but Thanos was able to use his power to stop time and just gets away in a nick of time. But to be honest, Ultron just uses his stones and starts corrupting universes and sends the two corrupted universes right at Thanos. But Thanos, becoming the corrupting king or corrupting lord, he controls that like it is his, just like how Ultron did with his stones, and starts attacking Ultron. Ultron knows that he made a big mistake, but compared to Thanos, the hits weren't really anything. Thanos was struggling to hold the galaxy thing, as Ultron takes it like it's nothing. The Ultron sees his face as it starts burning delightfully, as he sends all of his stones and uses his powers against Thanos. But Thanos is a dodgeful beast, and he just keeps on dodging until he gets hurt. But he gets super hurt and almost dies in the middle of the battle. The Infinity Ultron uses his stones and sees a universe which is very near to the universe that we have seen before. Yes, the Spider-Man versus Iron Man scene. We have seen it, right? You have seen it, right? Infinity Ultron sees this as an opportunity to take it down, as he knows that these guys, because that place has the most strongest fighters ever. As Infinity Ultron gathers up all of his powers to kill Thanos, Thanos uses his corrupting power to corrupt Ultron. As Ultron gets corrupted, we don't know what's happening. But as we can see in the middle of the battle, it is something to be afraid. It is Red Skull and Doctor Strange. As Ultron sees this, we go to another battle, which makes no sense, but we have to go to the next battle. As Ultron sees the same place where he saw Spider-Man and Iron Man fight. There's two people a Doctor Strange with a time stone that is richly powerful. He has the Eye of Agamotto, but it looks like there's a green Eye of Agamotto behind him. It's fully green, and there's Red Skull in the other side, but he is somehow or somewhere doing something. And suddenly, some kind of echo voice lifts up the ground, and it turns out the hand of Red Skull is the Soul Stone. Red Skull and Soul Stone is connected together as he uses the rocks to fight Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange uses his time stone to destroy all the rock and hit the Red Skull. But Red Skull uses his Soul Stone at his maximum and starts controlling Doctor Strange. Ultron realizes Soul Stone is a part of a soul, and Doctor Strange uses a Time Stone to make sure he never used that attack, and it actually landed. The Eye of Agamotto attack actually landed, making Time Stone very powerful. But the Eye of Agamotto would have technically had the same fate, right? Well, Ultron thinks the same, but he knows what's gonna happen. Doctor Strange uses his time stone to increase the speed, and Red Skull almost about to corrupt him, just like how Thanos with Ultron. Red Skull gets hit, but Red Skull outfit starts to break. Okay. The Red Skull outfit is also the one from Avengers Endgame, and as Red Skull Red Skull uses the same thing, and he tries to control the Eye of Agamotto, but it doesn't work. And he tries to kill Doctor Strange using the Soul Stone, but Doctor Strange uses his powers. But instead of being orange, it is green, and suddenly it looks like one form he's trying to do some kind of blast as he's holding it up in two hands connected together, like a kamehameha, but instead of going like in the near his body, he's just in the straight, and instead of being in the side it always is, it's like a 90-degree change, and he attacks Red Skull, but Red Skull uses his Soul Stone to protect him, but it enters his arm, which makes the Soul Stone a little bit weakened, and but as Red Skull tries to use more powers, as Doctor Strange escapes and makes a portal and uses his cloth of levitation, and the cloth of levitation grabs Red Skull and starts killing him. But using the Soul Stone, he makes sure he can't die at this point, and Doctor Strange feels some weirdness on his hands. As Ultron sees all this, he turns into something very different. He turns from, Ultron versus Thanos to Doctor Strange versus Red Skull. Well, it actually turns out when Thanos corrupts him, when Thanos corrupted him, Infinity Ultron uses his stones to go into a reality where he can learn more about the stones. That's why he landed in the reality where he saw Man versus Iron Man, because that's his latest. Yes, but in reality, Thanos thinks he's corrupted Ultron and opens Ultron's mask to see a familiar face. But Thanos just goes like, I don't even know who you are. As he says that famous line, he uses all of his stones and corrupts the stone. And as the thing is gone, on Ultron's face, there's vision. The vision part of Ultron is turned into a skull. And as Thanos says to himself, I don't plan on destroying universes. As the Mind Stone is on the skull of Vision's head. But the skull looks very familiar to some type of ghost rider. As he burns the skull, and as he thinks the Time Stone will die. He closes the mask, and weakens the stones. But little does he know that Ultron had security, which he kind of gets into into the booby trap, and then basically gets sick, and basically he uses all of his powers to make to basically burn Infinity Ultron. As Infinity Ultron is burned, just like in the picture, his insanity comes into the ground as the Ultron vision head is separated. It and how and Thanos removes his two arms, his extra four arms, and now he's back to normal, and he uses his powers to make more lava, as he's seen in, back in the dream of reality red of Ultron, Infinity Ultron. It's seen that Red uses his powers at the max to control souls to make sure Doctor Strange he controls a person, and Doctor Strange can't hurt the person, but he suddenly he grabs a makes a knife which is magic, which is green instead of orange, just like I said, and he uses all of his powers to teleport. And suddenly, as Red Skull thinks he's going to kill him, Infinity Ultron knows what's going to happen. As in the nick of time, Doctor Strange grabs his cloak of levitation from Red Skull and opens a portal and comes behind Red Skull and stabs him as Red Skull is bleeding by the back. And Doctor Strange uses all of his powers to try and kill Red Skull, and the person just runs away, and it's a lady. It's a lady, and basically Red Skull is down, but Red Skull uses all of his power to try and kill Doctor Strange, but he couldn't. So he uses the rest of the Soul Stone power to send Doctor Strange to fly, which sends Doctor Strange flying to a similar place where we have seen before. And before that is the Ancient One, which looks very familiar to a figure. As the Ancient One sees that Doctor Strange has died to some type of soul stone, the Ancient One grabs the eye of Agamotto. As in this universe, Dormammu, who was stopped by the Ancient One's father. The Ancient One's father was a powerful sorcerer supreme. He way stronger than the Ancient One, Doctor Strange, and Wong, and any other sorcerer combined. Right. So the father trapped him, and nature never did. And Eye of Agamotto Time Stone has been revealed to the one and only the Ancient One. Ancient One uses his power to make a bridge, some type of bridge with using the planet. Using the planet, she walks through and fights Red Skull. But without Red Skull knowing, she grabs a Red Skull mask, which reveals his human face, yes, which is an absolute destruction. As just like Doctor Strange and Green Eye of Agamotto is behind her, and the Green Eye of Agamotto shoots Red Skull in his face, and now the headless body of Red Skull stands, and as blood is spilled everywhere, something starts corrupting the world. There's someone behind her. It's wrong. Wrong. The three villains that's not Dormammu in the Doctor Strange villains, the Doctor Strange movie comes, but Wong easily just kills them all, and basically continues the movie. But it turns out Dormammu is back, and it was all because of Red Skull. And as Ultron sees this, Ultron smiles because Ultron knows that Dormammu exists, and more importantly, he knows someone with the name Loki exists. And then the mommy starts trying to punch Ancient One, but Ancient One uses uses her powers to make sure that the punch didn't actually hit her body, kind of did. And Ancient One is sent flying to the building nearby, and suddenly the group of sorcerers and supremes come and fight together. And as we see it, the mommy goes and says, "I can't take over this world alone. I must need some help." And as Moto stands by, Moto Dormammu says to Moro, "Be my assistant, take them over." But Moro doesn't take the command, and suddenly he uses his powers and and opens his mouth right up to the sky, and a yellow slash golden light is shown to Dormammu, and Dormammu is absorbed, and the whole sky of Dormammu comes to Moro, and as Moro says, "I have finally reached it, my ultimate power." As Moro looks very different, and Moro takes the soul stone and basically takes the soul stone from Redstone and absorbs it, just like how the Dormammu would have done if he got the soul stone. As the most powerful being, now Moro attacks all of them and basically kills every sorcerer except Wong and Ancient One. Long and Ancient One will have much struggle fighting Moro. But suddenly from the back, Iron Man and Spider-Man are shown. And Spider-Man taps him down, and Iron Man gets all of his suit to attack attack Moro. And suddenly Moro is trapped and killed. And Dormammu has been trapped. And and Infinity Ultron realizes that that's the same Iron Man and Spider-Man he saw in the fight, and suddenly he uses the stones to get back. But as he sees how he has been, he comes back with fury as Thanos is standing right in front with his army, and the robots have all been defeated. As the Infinity Ultron arrives, Infinity Ultron has some weapons, like the one that Ghost Rider holds, and suddenly comes in flames. And as he cuts Thanos' arm, but not the one with the Infinity Stones, as Thanos screams, his, his Ultron uses all of his powers to regain his power. And as he kills Thanos is left dead. And as Thanos and as why can't I say this properly? As Infinity Stone Ultron says to Thanos knows that even if you're corrupt to Lord, you can't defeat me. Because I am a god about God. You might be the god of God, but I'm a god about God. So basically, Infinity Ultron takes the stones and merges it too. And Infinity Ultron gets a power more than anything. And Infinity Ultron, he suddenly changed back. He doesn't know what it is, but Infinity Ultron's body stage starts changing as the flames inside of him starts changing, and Ultron uses all of his powers to control it, but it starts to break. His suits break, and suddenly a person is shown. Instead of something like Ultron, it's Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is shown. As it turns out, the fraction and about Ultron getting destroyed with all the fire inside of his body. The fire has taken over Ultron and made him Ghost Rider. But as Ultron speaks, this is a way better body than Vision. Ultron aka Ghost Rider, and the Infinity Stones are all on him, but not the Mind Stone. The Mind Stone is just like the other stones. In the Infinity Ultron, all the stones are combined in his chest, just like the Ghost Rider will be in like that. But he'll also have the Mind Stone, and he will be a powerful god. But Ghost Rider aka Infinity Ultron will merge his stones with other stones, making Ultron, Infinity Ultron, or Ultron, Infinity Ghost Rider. As Ultron slash Ghost Rider starts laughing, the next match is shown as in Ultra Infinity. As in Ultra Infinity, Ghost Rider goes to a portal very nearby, and suddenly he laughs, and then they 3, 2, 1, bye, bye, yeah, bye. Yes. Yo, what's crazy things? Yo, what's crazy things? Yeah, that's a part of the song. Yeah, let's go to. Yeah, yeah. Have to go to jail. No time. It's mobile time. Let's go. Let's go.